Hey, and what is up guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I will explain a super simple method that will help you avoid algae in melting plants. And the best about it, it's absolutely free and you can implement it right into your next aquascape. So, a free method to avoid algae in melting plants might sound too good to be true, but it actually works and top aquascapers around the world are already using it. But before I explain this method, let's go and fill up my aquarium with water. That is an important step, as you will see later in the video. As I don't have any plants in my aquarium yet and the soil is going to absorb a ton of minerals anyway, I will use tap water for the initial fill. Make sure to cover the substrate with kitchen towels to prevent water from disturbing the substrate. Fill the water very slow at first and increase the speed once the water level rises. Once the aquarium is filled, it's time to start the filter. Since there are no plants to keep the substrate in place, make sure to either slow down the filter or modify the outflow in a way it's not moving any soil. Specifically, powder type soil is super lightweight and is easily carried away. Now is also time to add the blue sachet from the APT Start I used in the substrate. You remember? This little pouch contains beneficial bacteria for the water column and will accelerate the siling process. Guys, I absolutely love how this all-in-one product not only enhances the substrate but also boosts the nitrification process. Alternatively, any filter bacteria product will do the job, and if you are on a budget, simply squeeze some sponges from a mature filter to inject live into the new system. Okay guys, since you've made it this far into the video, I assume you enjoy watching it. So please do me a favor and click that like button. Thanks, I appreciate your support. And in return, I will give another set of the APT Start and a 2-hour Aquaris towel to a second random winner. All you have to do is to drop a comment below that includes APT Start and be subscribed to this channel. Both winners to be announced in a future video. Now let's have a look at why you so often have algae and melting plants in a new aquascape. On one hand, algae in the early phase is often caused by excess nutrients in the water column, while there is simply not enough plant mass and filter bacteria to deal with it. Sensitive plants, on the other hand, are likely to melt when ammonia levels are really high. So, what is that one thing that's leaching ammonia and causing all the problems? We all use it, we all love it, and by now you probably guessed it, it's the soil substrate. Good quality soil is super rich in nutrients and has a high ion exchange capacity. This is also why soil oftentimes is referred to as active substrate. It can absorb and release elements from the water. Under certain circumstances, the conditions in the soil substrate can become quite acidic and plants will react with melting. In addition, an overload of nutrients can be released to the water, which triggers algae. And when both happens at the same time, well guys, then have fun. Okay, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to blame soil. Soil has actually revolutionized the hobby and I absolutely love it. But all benefits come at a cost. Yeah, not that cost. A cost of religious daily water changes in the first few weeks. And I'm sure you've heard about it. First week, 50% every day. second week 50% every second day, third week every third day, and so on until you can switch to a 50% water change just once per week. This routine was introduced by Takashi Amano and can be found in old ADA publications. But do you know what cannot be found in ADA publications? Yeah, it's this technique that eliminates the need for the water change madness for all the daily water changes. That's what I'm about to share with you today. So now that we know the root cause of algae and plant melt in the early phase, let's have a look at the best way possible to start a new aquarium and how it works. The technique is called the dark start method, and it is an easy way to pre-cycle your soil and filter, allowing you to skip the daily water changes and will give your plants stable water parameters from the start. Simply let your aquarium run with soil, substrate and hardscape, but without the light and CO2. This method also works with regular type substrate and is well suitable for driftwood compositions, as it allows the wood to leach tannins and stop sliming in case it wasn't pre-soaked. Now guys, with my aquarium filled up, all is left to do is to switch off the light and wait a minimum of 2 weeks. Okay, so is there anything else to take care for during that period? Not really. You could lean back, falling over, and enjoy a magazine or watch some of my YouTube videos. I would definitely appreciate that. So by the time I'm recording this, my dark start is already 1 week in, and I can see a slight brown tint in the water. I assume it comes from the organic particles in the soil. You can see them floating on the water surface. And yeah, the big question is, ignore or should I make a water change? So with or without in-between water changes, after the 2-week period, a large 80 to 90% water change should be performed. And 24 hours later, if ammonia readings are 0, the cycling and a dark start are officially complete, and the aquarium will be ready for planting. In the meantime, I will install a new reverse osmosis system, which you can watch in the next video. And if you have reverse osmosis related questions, comment them below and I will answer as many as possible in the coming video.